My fiancé replaced my engagement ring with a better one, and I can't stop crying about it. I've got a surprise for you, James said last night, his eyes sparkling with excitement. We'd been engaged for 6 months, and I was still madly in love with both him and the vintage sapphire ring he proposed with a delicate piece from the 1940s that had belonged to his grandmother. He pulled out a small velvet box and opened it to reveal a massive diamond ring with a platinum band. The center stone was at least 2 carats, surrounded by a halo of smaller diamonds. I replaced your engagement ring, he announced proudly. The old one was nice for sentiment, but this is what you deserve. It's triple the value. I stared at the ring, unable to speak. The sapphire ring had meant everything to me, not because of its monetary value, but because James had chosen it specifically for me, knowing my love for vintage jewelry and family heirlooms. More importantly, it had been his beloved grandmother's who had welcomed me into their family with open arms before passing away last year. What did you do with the original ring? I finally managed to ask. I traded it in toward this one, he said casually. Got a decent credit for it, surprisingly. My heart shattered. The irreplaceable family heirloom that had survived nearly 80 years was gone, trade in for a flashy diamond that looked like every other engagement ring on Instagram. I tried to explain why I was upset, but James couldn't understand. He kept focusing on the monetary value, the clarity grade of the diamond, how his colleagues' wives would be impressed. When I started crying, he became frustrated. Most women would be thrilled to get an upgrade, he said, his tone growing defensive. I never asked for an upgrade, I whispered. I loved my ring exactly as it was, he scoffed. Your friend Melissa got that 3-carat ring from Todd, and I saw how you looked at it, and your sister made that comment about how modest your ring was at the family dinner. I was stunned. He'd misinterpreted everything. I had admired Melissa's ring because it suited her perfectly, bold and modern, just like her, and my sister's comment had been immediately followed by my genuine defense of how much I adored my vintage sapphire. This isn't about comparison, I tried to explain. It's about the meaning behind the original ring. It was your grandmother's. It had history. It was old-fashioned, he countered. This is the kind of ring a successful man gives his wife. That statement hit me like a bucket of cold water. This wasn't about making me happy, it was about his image. I spent the night on our couch, crying quietly while James slept soundly in our bedroom, confused by my overreaction. This morning he left for work, still upset, the new ring sitting untouched in its box on our kitchen counter. I called his mother, hoping she might understand my attachment to the original ring. Her response shocked me further. "Oh, honey," she sighed. "I warned him not to give you that old thing in the first place. I told him to sell it and buy something new, but he was so insistent about using his grandmother's ring. I am glad he finally came to his senses." It turns out James had been fielding comments from his mother and friends for months about how he should have bought me a proper ring. The sapphire had been his original heartfelt choice, one he was now embarrassed by. I am sitting here now staring at this expensive stranger on my counter, wondering what else about our relationship might be susceptible to outside opinions. If James could discard something so meaningful without even consulting me, what does that say about our future together? The jeweler confirmed what I feared. The vintage ring has already been disassembled, the sapphire and small diamonds repurposed for other pieces. It's gone forever. I don't care about the new ring's monetary value. What I valued was the history, the sentiment, and most importantly the fact that James had chosen something uniquely meaningful, rather than following convention. Now I am left wondering, do I accept this new ring and the concerning values it represents? Or is this a sign that perhaps we aren't as aligned as I thought? Sometimes the most expensive gifts can cost us something far more valuable than money, like trust, understanding, and the knowledge that your partner truly sees you for who you are.